These aren't your Hall of Famers. Some aren't even household names. But make no mistake, these guys were dominant. From the most athletic playmakers to the scariest defenders you'll ever see, you can't sleep on this group of NFL legends. Here's our first installment of the greatest players you forgot about.
Steven Jackson, the deep back, handed off to him. Looking for room straight up the middle, and he is hit by Dexter Jackson, but he gets out of that one across the 35, 40. He's going. Marvin White chasing him, 35 being pushed, fighting with him, finally taken down inside the 20-yard line with some help.
Steven Jackson had to beat out a Hall of Famer to get on the field, but once he took over, nobody was talking about Marshall Faulk. Jackson rattled off 8 straight seasons with 1,000 rushing yards. Running with an Earl Campbell-like physicality, Jackson dominated in St. Louis. He led the NFL in yards from scrimmage in 2006 and earned 3 Pro Bowl selections.
They toss it to Steven Jackson, running right. Steven Jackson through tackles. Touchdown, Rams. Number 39 goes 20 yards for the touchdown.
For the first time this afternoon, with time ticking in the fourth quarter, this is Jackson breaking tackles, moving tacklers, and touchdown St. Louis.
From 2005 to 2012, Jackson was easily the most productive back in the NFL. Nobody had more touches, rushing yards, or yards from scrimmage than number 39.
It's third down and 4. Rams have to get to the 40. And they do. Nice catch by Jackson. To the Redskins 30, the 20, and Steven Jackson will take it all the way.
Just before the play clock expires, it's Jackson again on the quick pass. First down St. Louis. He spins away from tacklers.
Sadly, the Rams made the playoffs just once during Jackson's tenure, but you can't deny he's one of the greatest power backs to ever do it. Before there was Gronk, this was the Patriots tight end you had to worry about.
Now Bledsoe throws to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown.
It's simply a thing of beauty. It's almost like good music. People all over Ben Coates. He's the best tight end on the football field right now.
Ben Coates was a receiving machine in the 1990s, catching 50 touchdown passes. In fact, no tight end had more that decade than Coates.
Here's a blitz. Bledsoe gets it away. And Ben Coates is in the end zone with his second touchdown reception of the day.
Let's see if he dots the I. There's the catch right now. Ta-ta! Ben Coates is the man.
From 1993 to 1998, Coates was one of 2 tight ends with at least 400 catches, 3,000 yards, and 40 touchdowns. The other, Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe.
Play action. Bledsoe.
Bledsoe finds Mr. Reliable Ben Coates the 43rd time. Bledsoe and Coates have collaborated on a touchdown.
Coates had 96 catches in 1994, which was a tight end single-season record at the time. He was named to 5 consecutive Pro Bowls and 2 straight All-Pros in the mid-90s. Not too shabby. When you think of Detroit Lions all-time greats, names like Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson are usually the first to come to mind. But in the mid-90s, Herman Moore showed everyone in the Motor City that he too was elite.
Football back near the 8-yard line. Ware takes, rolls out right, pumps once, now stopped. Rainbows deep down the right side. Herman Moore deflected and caught by Herman Moore in a sensational one-handed grab at the Chicago 33.
Moore was regarded as one of the top receivers in an era that included Jerry Rice, Andre Reed, and Tim Brown. During the 1995 season, Moore broke what was then a single-season record for receptions with 123, surpassing Hall of Famer Chris Carter.
He's now up to 123 and still rolling.
The 1991 first-round draft choice and 4-time Pro Bowler led the NFL in receptions twice during his Lions career and was named first-team All-Pro 3 times.
Third down, touchdown. Herman Moore.
Tutored him in his mechanics.
Second down and 10. Mitchell to the end zone. Touchdown! Herman Moore.
Kramer long to the end zone. Open is Herman Moore. Waits on it. Up for it. And yes, touchdown, Herman Moore. at 6'3", went up and wrested it away.
During his 12-year career, Moore posted 670 receptions for 9,174 yards and 62 touchdowns, retiring as the Lions' all-time leading receiver. That is, before Calvin Johnson came into the picture. The Bengals didn't have much to celebrate in the 90s, but running back Corey Dillon's arrival sparked a revival of hope. His bruising style of play quickly made him a fan favorite in Cincy.
And this is being rusty.
2nd and 10, Dillon weaving his way, and Boomer goes and blocks for him. What a block by a size hit, and there goes Dillon. He may take it the distance. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
During his first season in 1997, he set what was then an NFL single-game rookie rushing record with 246 yards and 4 touchdowns against the Titans.
Dillon, 59 yards, 12 carries, moving up on that 100. He needed 304 for the last 3 games to get to 1,000 in his rookie season, and he started late. Dillon up the middle, 25, outside 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Corey Dillon. There's a bunch more.
The Bengals star was dominant, tallying at least 1,300 yards from scrimmage in each of hhis first 6 seasons. In 2000, Dillon set a then NFL record of 278 rushing yards in a game against the Broncos.
14 yards pass off, and there it is. Corey Dillon, he's gone. The knockout punch, you're looking at it. Game, set, and match. But they're in command of the game because of their unbelievable running. Here's Corey Dillon again. And Dillon takes it inside the 20, runs over another guy. He's going in again. This is one of the great rushing efforts in the history of the National Football League.
Dillon finished his impressive 10-year career with 11,241 rushing yards and 82 touchdowns, while also helping the Patriots take home the Lombardi Trophy in Super Bowl 39. Jesse Tuggle may have gone undrafted, but it didn't take long for the Falcons linebacker to earn the nickname The Hammer.
Ron Morris starts in motion. Blitz, whoa, boy!
That's Jesse Tuggle, came on the blind side from Harbaugh, and Harbaugh did a nice job of not only keeping the ball, but keeping himself in one piece here. Boy, that's a drill shot right in the chest from Jesse Tuggle's helmet. This is why they call Jesse Tuggle the Hammer.
Tuggle was quickly recognized as one of the game's heaviest hitters and broke out in 1989, starting a string of 5 seasons in which he totaled a mind-boggling 969 tackles unofficially.
1st and 10, Philadelphia at their own 45. The handoff is to Joseph. Looked like he might have something. He's cut down by Jesse Tuggle.
San Francisco didn't know when and couldn't stop him. This is great. Jesse Tuggle makes the tackle.
The 5-time Pro Bowler led the Falcons in tackles in 10 different seasons. Tuggle collected 20 or more tackles in a game on 4 separate occasions, according to the team's unofficial records. He's considered by most as the league's top tackler of the 90s.
Anderson right side, picked up by Tuggle.
Last year he led the league in tackles because he'll make tackles like this.
Very few players make the difficult transition from cornerback to wide receiver, but Roy Greene made it look easy.
1st and 10. Hart going right to work. Pump fake. Roy deep. He's got Ellis. Got Greene. Touchdown. Roy Greene with a spectacular catch.
Drafted as a kick returner in 1979, Greene escalated the Cardinals' deep passing game, averaging 21.5 yards per catch in his first season as a wideout.
Womack's looking in that direction and going for Roy Greene. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Play action, going long. Roy Greene got it. Touchdown, St. Louis. Womack and Greene are putting on a show.
3 times in 1981, he both caught a touchdown pass and intercepted a pass in the same game, a feat that hadn't been accomplished since 1966. Only one player has done it since, Hall of Famer Brian Dawkins in 2002.
Still time in the 4th for them to make something happen. Lomax going deep to the corner, and it is a touchdown. Roy Greene. Roy Greene, touchdown.
Nicknamed the Jet Stream, Greene led the league in receiving yards with 1,555 in 1984, at the time the third highest total in league history, and he finished his career with 559 receptions for almost 9,000 yards and 66 touchdowns. Looks like he made the right career move. The first trade in franchise history turned out pretty good for the new expansion team in Jacksonville. A 3rd and a 5th round pick for a franchise QB? Yes, please.
Jets bring 3. Brunell up. Deep left side. That's caught. That's a touchdown. Oh my gosh, 52 yards.
Behind Mark Brunell's leading 4,367 passing yards in 1996, Jacksonville reached the AFC Championship game in only its 2nd year of existence.
Trying to keep the ball away from Elway. Brunell slips away. What a move. Still on his feet. To the sidelines at the 40. Another block. Brunell 30, 25, and dives at the 21. Oh my.
Mark Brunell, with his talent, makes a lot of people miss.
Brunell on the fade. Touchdown to Jimmy Smith. Was that the perfect throw? Or what?
The 3-time Pro Bowler led the Jaguars to 4 straight playoff appearances and 2 AFC title games from 1996 to 1999. Brunell was a true dual threat, ranking 3rd in rushing yards among NFL QBs from 1995 to 2000.
He is a tremendous player. Now they fake to him, and Brunell, with his good mobility, he's heading in, and Brunell over the top. And he broke the plane to goal. He about broke more than the plane there. Right.
Brunell goes deep right side, and he's got Jimmy Smith. Smith for the touchdown.
Brunell ended his tenure in Jacksonville as the franchise's all-time passing leader in 2003. He later joined the Saints in 2008, where he backed up Drew Brees in their Super Bowl win. It's rare for a 5th-round draft choice to pan out. It's even more rare that they turn out to be the anchor of a defense for 2 Super Bowl winning teams.
Wendell Tyler. Look out! And down goes Joe Montana. Gets the blitz from Dexter Manley on the right side.
Dexter Manley's coming out party in the 1982 NFC Championship game versus the Cowboys put the league on notice.
Takes an inside move there. The tackle comes to the outside. Manley goes to the inside and right up the middle, smothered Danny White.
The hard-hitting Manley was a key component for the Washington defense during their Super Bowl victories in 1982 and 1987.
On 2nd and 1, Woodley. Fumble. Redskins have a shot at it. If it stays in bounds, did it? Yes. And Dexter Manley made the hit. Dave Butts recovered it.
Was hit by Dexter Manley.
A hit reminiscent of the big hit he made on Danny White just before the half in that game against Dallas.
And a sack at the 21 by Dexter Manley.
From 1981 to 1989, no defensive end had more sacks than the Secretary of Defense. A one-man wrecking crew, Manley registered 18.5 sacks in 1986 while earning first-team All-Pro honors.
Snap, back he goes at the goal line. Hit, sack, safety! Dexter Manley made the sack and got the safety.
Manley finished his career with 97.5 sacks, collecting 91 of them with Washington, ranking 2nd all-time in franchise history. It didn't take long for Packers rookie wideout Antonio Freeman to make his mark during the 1995 season. The 3rd-round pick never shied away from big moments. In his 2nd season, he set what was then an NFL record for longest TD reception in the Packers' Super Bowl win over New England.
Antonio Freeman, they're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Green Bay, as the Packers recapture the lead.
He also came up big in his 2nd consecutive Super Bowl appearance against the Broncos.
Game 13 as the NFC celebrates 13 in a row. The throw to Freeman. Is he in the end zone? Touchdown! First down at the 13. Far to the end zone. Touchdown! It's to Antonio Freeman.
The following campaign was a career year for Freeman, leading the league with over 1,400 receiving yards, earning his first Pro Bowl nod, too. 2 seasons later, Freeman hauled in one of the most memorable catches in Monday Night Football history.
Lays it up for Freeman, and it's incomplete. Or did he make the catch at the 15?
Yes.
What are they going to rule it? He caught it? Touchdown! He did what?
It never hit the ground. Watch it, right on his left. Watch his left arm bring the ball up in the air, and he's 6 inches off the grass.
What a
unbelievable awareness.
He ranks 8th all-time in Packers history with 6,651 receiving yards and 9th in receptions with 431. In 2010, the 49ers were looking to return to prominence after an 8-year playoff drought. Little did they know that their third-round pick that year would help expedite the process.
Now it's Kapp getting it on a handoff. Nothing there. Bowman throws him to the ground.
In 2011, Navorro Bowman exceeded all expectations in only his second year in the league, proving to be one of the game's best. He recorded 136 tackles and was named first-team All-Pro as the Niners won the NFC West.
Standing in the pocket, standing and flushed. He's going to roll onto his left. Puts the ball down, spun around and dropped. He tried to jump around Navorro Bowman, and Bowman had nothing for it.
The bruising linebacker continued his upward trajectory by leading the defense into Super Bowl 47 against the Ravens in 2012.
4th down and 4. Pass is broken up. There are no flags. And the 49ers will take over up by 4.
So that was the right place to go with the football, but Navorro Bowman was there.
In 2013, the 3-time Pro Bowler helped turn off the lights at Candlestick Park in one of the most memorable plays in Niners history.
And it's in the hands of Bowman, who's got all green grass. Navorro Bowman gonna take the Niners to the playoffs.
Bowman finished his career with 764 tackles, leaving him among the greatest linebackers in 49ers history. In 1991, Terry Allen started his rookie season as Herschel Walker's backup, but by year 2, he took the starting spot and ran away with it.
Gannon hands it off to Terry Allen, slices left outside, got a big hole, 40, 35, 30, good face, 20, 15, 10, 9, touchdown! Terry Allen!
The 9th-round draft choice by the Vikings rushed for over 1,200 yards in his first year as a starter, while showing a knack for finding the end zone with 13 rushing touchdowns. After missing the 1993 season with a torn ACL, Allen returned the following year and didn't seem to miss a beat.
1st down and 10. Terry Allen gets the call. Allen inside. Touchdown, Minnesota Vikings.
Fired 1993 season. Here's Allen on the pitch back. Finds a hole, keeps on going across the 20, the 10, touchdown Vikings.
Allen joined Washington in 1995 and produced back-to-back 1,300-yard seasons while leading the league with 21 touchdowns in 1996. His 31 rushing scores in 95 and 96 ranked second only behind Hall of Famer Emmitt Smith.
Terry Allen, he'll score untouched.
Split wide to the left. Now this is Terry Allen. And Allen inside the 20, and he's going to score.
While knee injuries eventually caught up to him, Allen finished his stellar 10-year career with almost 9,000 rushing yards and 79 touchdowns.
Joyner in motion. 2nd and 10.
It's Chandler! Did he catch it? Yes! Oh my! 3 touchdowns, the hat trick for Chandler.
In 1982, receiver Wes Chandler made one of the most acrobatic catches you'll ever see. That season, he racked up over 1,000 yards and 9 TDs in only 8 games. Chandler may have become the first receiver to compile 2,000 yards in a single season, if not for the strike-shortened year. The 3rd overall pick in the 1978 draft enjoyed most of his career with the Chargers, where he contributed to Don Coryell's high-octane offense alongside Hall of Famers Dan Fouts, Kellen Winslow, and Charlie Joyner.
Fouts got plenty of room to run it. He throws it. Chandler
Ball for one play. They're all coming. Good move.
Second and 8. Chandler, and he'll get it.
Goodbye. Yeah, great effort by Chandler.
But before he took his talents west, Chandler started his career with the New Orleans Saints and earned Pro Bowl honors in his second season after posting a 1,000-yard campaign.
Good protection for Manning. Lets it go. He's got Chandler.
Chandler is one of 12 players with 3 200-yard receiving games and amassed close to 9,000 career receiving yards in 11 seasons. Winning a Player of the Year award is always a telltale sign that you're among the best. But Denver Broncos linebacker Randy Gradishar didn't need his 1978 Defensive Player of the Year trophy to know he was dominant. Gradishar earned his first Pro Bowl nod in his second season and was named All-Pro 3 years later in 1977. His 20 career interceptions at inside linebacker is an impressive feat, to say the least. As the anchor to the Broncos' Orange Crush defense in the late 70s and early 80s, Gradishar led Denver to 4 playoff appearances and a berth in Super Bowl 12. Denver ranked top 10 in scoring defense in 6 out of the 10 seasons during Gradishar's career. His 7 Pro Bowl selections and 2 All-Pro seasons earned him a spot in the Broncos' Ring of Fame in 1989.
And the hurry up with 1:15 on the clock. And here's Garcia. He is clobbered. Trying to make the catch, and he does. Brandon Lloyd made a super one-handed catch.
You have got to be kidding me.
This is one for the books.
Look at him squeeze that ball right there and get his feet down. That is nonsense on the sideline.
Just because wide receiver Brandon Lloyd had a journeyman career doesn't mean he was irrelevant. After all, doesn't the guy who led the league in receiving yards in 2010 seem important to you? Lloyd's straight-line speed and elite catch radius allowed him to flourish in moments throughout his career. Not to mention, his contested catch ability was equally as good.
Blitz coming, they pick it up. Surtain to the end zone. Into the hands somehow, someway of Brandon Lloyd. It looked like Gamble had the interception, but he does not get it. 49ers lead.
In that fateful 2010 season, Lloyd went for over 1,400 receiving yards and scored 11 TDs en route to a second-team All-Pro campaign.
And Daniel Graham, play fake. Orton has the eternity to throw the ball. He loads it up, throws. Lloyd has it. He get both feet down. That one was a beauty.
Tebow, play fake. With time, throws in the end zone. That's a touchdown,
That looks like a touchdown to me.
As a consistent role player for much of his career, Lloyd finished just shy of 6,000 receiving yards over his 11 years in the league. As a member of the New Orleans Saints' famed Dome Patrol of the late 80s and early 90s, linebacker Pat Swilling was as vicious a player as you'll find.
In a surprising move right here, and Young throws the ball away, incomplete, no flag down, and it's Pat Swilling, 56.
56 coming from the outside. Smart play by Swilling.
3rd and 9. Blitz. Free ball. It's live, and the Saints have it.
Once again, you see Swilling. He is right back in that backfield right away.
A 2-time All-Pro and 5-time Pro Bowl selection, his play was an integral part of what is considered to be one of the best linebacker units of all time.
To the started drive, now from their own 42. Here's a screen. Left side, it is intercepted. The Saints will score again. Pat Swilling.
Here comes pressure from behind, a fumble, and the Saints recover. Pat Swilling came from the blind side.
That is outstanding defensive play.
Swilling led the league with 17 sacks in 1991 en route to winning Defensive Player of the Year. He racked up 72.5 sacks from 1987 to 1992. To put that in perspective, only the great Reggie White had more.
Montana doing most of his work through the air, and this time Pat Swilling gets through for his second sack of the game, and the third by the Saints.
Swilling amassed 107.5 sacks for 3 different teams throughout his dominant 12-year career. Ricky Watters can say something that a lot of other players can't. I rushed for 1,000 yards with 3 different teams.
13-10 ball game. Hand off to Waters, big hole. He's on his way. It's a foot race. Waters from the 10, touchdown Philadelphia.
4th down inside the 39. The pitch out to Waters. A block by Farmer, and he's got it. And there he goes. He'll be gone for the touchdown.
What a fine block by Wallace.
2nd and 3, and Ricky Waters cuts it back for the touchdown.
It's difficult to stand out in a golden age of running backs, but as a member of the 49ers, Eagles, and Seahawks during the 90s and early 2000s, Waters more than held his own among the likes of Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, and Marshall Faulk. But Waters was more than just a pure rusher. He amassed 467 career catches, more than Hall of Fame pass catchers Paul Warfield, Mike Ditka, and Bob Hayes.
Young wide open. Pass by Waters, and he has a touchdown.
The one-handed catch, the move inside, 6 for number 32.
Here's Young, pump fake. Outside the Waters inside the 10. Knocked out of bounds at about the 1. Now they say touchdown, he was in. Ricky Waters.
The 5-time Pro Bowl selection helped San Francisco earn Lombardi number 5 after its Super Bowl 39 beatdown of the Chargers.
Throws to Waters, who breaks a couple of tackles, and there goes Ricky for a touchdown. Ricky Waters has worked himself into the passing offense of the 49ers big time.
As an Eagle in 1996, Waters led the league in yards from scrimmage with 1,855. He rushed for over 1,000 yards in 7 of his 10 seasons and finished his career with nearly 15,000 yards from scrimmage and 91 touchdowns. Cornerback Patrick Surtain was an anchor on a Miami Dolphins defense that made 4 straight playoff appearances from 1998 to 2001.
2nd and long. Johnson fires it and picked off. What a great play by Patrick Surtain, the rookie.
Look at the concentration on Surtain, tipping that ball away and concentrating on that ball, bringing it in for the interception.
In 1998, Surtain joined a formidable Miami defense that featured Hall of Famers Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas. Surtain and his running mate in the secondary, Sam Madison, led Miami to a top 10 pass defense in 6 of his 7 seasons with the team.
With time, gonna go deep for Jerry Rice. 2 defenders on it, intercepted. Patrick Surtain, back to the 35, slides down at the 39, and what a catch by the quarterback.
And look at this play by Patrick Surtain. He's another guy playing very well this year. What a nice catch.
Known for his ball-hawking abilities in the secondary, Surtain was an interception machine during his 11-year career with both the Dolphins and Chiefs.
The field goal fake. Winky throws it, and it is intercepted. Patrick Surtain heading for the goal line. He is in. Touchdown.
3rd and 6 for San Diego. Rivers handle the rush and picked off. Could be a pick 6. Patrick Surtain has got the angle.
He was at his peak in 2002 and 2003 when he registered 13 interceptions over those 2 seasons. He also made 3 straight Pro Bowl appearances from 2002 to 2004, undoubtedly one of the best cornerbacks of his era.
Wade Wilson, the quarterback. Neal to the 28, and then is loose. Only one guy's got a shot at him. Touchdown!
Look at this. Look at all those black jerseys. Nobody's grabbed him. Nobody's touched him. And a great, great effort and a great illustration of the strength and overall balance and ability of this young fullback.
Fullback is one of the most underappreciated positions in football, but we're showing some love to Lorenzo Neal. A wrecking ball out of the backfield, Neal's blocking abilities and short yardage rushing were second to none.
2nd and 5 for a touchdown. Dillon working hard. He's in. Lorenzo Neal with a big block.
There's the ball. Hey, it's going to Neal. Neal taking around the left side, and Neal is in. The old Buggerooski.
paving the way for LaDainian Tomlinson to break numerous rushing records in San Diego. Neal enjoyed the bulk of his success as a member of the Chargers from 2003 to 2007.
The only thing that really matters right now for San Diego is the clock.
Look out.
The Chargers with a chance to put it out of reach. LaDainian Tomlinson all the way to the 28-yard line, and Lorenzo Neal led him down the sideline.
What a block. Watch Lorenzo Neal. He's out front. He just takes on Will Peterson and keeps on going. Look at him. He's not going to catch LaDainian, but he's sure trying.
Neal's reliability in carrying the football was among the best. The sure-handed fullback seldom fumbled, and in 2006, 21 of his 29 carries resulted in first downs. Neal enjoyed a 16-year career with multiple teams and blocked for 5 1,000-yard rushers. He earned 2 All-Pro nods and 4 Pro Bowl selections. If there's one player on this list that truly shouldn't be forgotten, it's longtime Bengals quarterback Ken Anderson. Anderson rewrote the NFL's record books at the time of his retirement. In fact, his single-season completion percentage record stood for 27 years before Drew Brees broke it in 2009.
Anderson will put it up on first down. He throws it close to Curtis. He has him. It's a touchdown. Isaac Curtis scores.
As one of the greatest quarterbacks of the 70s, Anderson possessed a slew of accolades, but none bigger than Most Valuable Player in 1981 when he threw for over 3,700 yards and 29 TDs, leading the Bengals to a berth in Super Bowl XVII.
He's thinking about it. Anderson is going to get in.
Anderson registered 91 wins during the 16-year stretch of his career from 1971 to 1986. Only Hall of Famers Terry Bradshaw and Ken Stabler had more. Over that period, he led the league on multiple occasions in passing yards, passer rating, and completion percentage.
Good Anderson, good runner. A flag is down as Anderson, the second leading rusher for the Bengals a year ago. Bounce. Harris. ML Harris comes down with it in the end zone. What a beautiful touch on that pass.
The gunslinger finished his career with over 32,000 passing yards and 197 TDs. He is without a doubt one of the greatest Bengals ever. Former Bengals and 49ers defensive end Justin Smith entered the league destined for greatness as the 4th overall pick in the 2001 draft. He was so consistent over his 14-year career that it's safe to say greatness was indeed achieved.
And Null looks to throw. Down he goes. Justin Smith has had a big day working against a couple of different left tackles.
In motion and shifting is Tim Castile, the fullback. Thomas Jones ran straight ahead right into Justin Smith.
Smith was one of the NFL's greatest Iron Men, missing only 3 games over his entire career. The edge rusher played in a mind-boggling 195 straight games, including playoffs from 2001 to 2012.
Brees on 3rd down and 17. Again, it's Justin Smith.
How relentless is Justin Smith? I mean, he's pushing Jermon Bushrod back. He leaps up over the top of Jermon Bushrod and gets a handle on Drew Brees.
Manning in trouble, just gets rid of it, ends up on his back, and Justin Smith is the guy who put him there.
Unwavering toughness is the only way to describe Smith. The 5-time Pro Bowl selection ended his career with nearly 900 tackles and 87 sacks. Kurt, with a C, Warner, was the Seahawks' first 1,000-yard rusher in team history and helped drive Seattle's new franchise into relevance in the 80s. In his rookie year in 1983, he accumulated an astonishing 1,774 yards from scrimmage, only to be outdone by fellow rookie, the Hall of Famer Eric Dickerson.
Zorn pitches it back. That's Kurt Warner. And Warner with great second effort up the sideline. Look at this. He might go all the way on the opening play.
He did it at Buffalo. He did it with the Rams. Now, again, they go to the run, and Kurt Warner breaks it open, turns inside the 15 to the 5, and he's knocked down at the 3-yard line.
Warner was on pace for greatness, but tore his ACL in the season opener a year later. Nevertheless, he battled back with a 1,000-yard rushing campaign in 1985 and finished third in rushing in '86. Warner amassed 1,000-yard rushing seasons in 4 of his 8 years in the league.
Pitch to Warner. Warner finds some running room and gets there. Another one for him, and Seattle leads it 13-0.
Absolutely fantastic. Little play action, fake and reverse to Largent. Warner, can he get it? He's got it in zone. Touchdown.
He was a 3-time Pro Bowl selection and finished with just over 6,800 career rushing yards and 56 touchdowns in just 8 seasons. Former Eagles, Saints, and Raiders cornerback Eric Allen was never the biggest player on the field, but he made up for his stature with elite ball skills.
Aikman. Knocked away by Eric Allen.
Watch Eric Allen here. He's a guy who is becoming one of the top corners in this league.
Allen holds a share of a very unique NFL record. His 4 pick sixes in 1993 tie him for the single-season record in that category, and he's tied for 8th all-time in career pick sixes with 8.
Eagles show blitz momentarily, then picked off. Eric Allen strolled in for the Eagle touchdown.
Allen was as durable as they get, appearing in 217 career games over 14 seasons. His 54 interceptions from 1988 to 2001 ranks second only behind Hall of Famer Rod Woodson. Allen earned 6 Pro Bowl appearances during his stellar career. You've heard similar stories before. An undersized, unwanted player was given no shot at making the NFL. And like others who accomplished the same goal, Wayne Chrebet proved the doubters wrong. The New Jersey native and Hofstra University product stuck around the tri-state area as an undrafted free agent for the New York Jets in 1995.
13-3. Esiason found the open receiver, but short of the first down. Wayne Chrebet was able to work free, and he's in for the touchdown. What a move by Wayne Chrebet.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Chrebet was the ultimate role player during his 11-year career with the Jets. Throughout his time in New York, he was known as Mr. Third Down. Since 377 of his 580 career receptions helped the Jets convert in those situations.
Wilson flanked to the right. And it's completed to Chrebet, who is in for the touchdown.
Keyshawn somewhere.
Get 2 backs in the block and touchdown. Wayne Chrebet. Whoa!
Here in the 8th game, he makes his biggest play of the year for the Jets on that one.
The beloved fan favorite compiled over 7,000 receiving yards over his career.
If it were up to me, I'd change the game to all 3rd and long.
Why would that be?
Definite pass.
In other words, the name of the game is get to that quarterback.
Yeah, they don't like it.
Who knows the story of Al Bubba Baker? In 1978, the Lions defensive end produced one of the greatest seasons of all time with 23 sacks as a rookie. Those were unofficial numbers, though, as sacks weren't officially counted until 1982. Still, no denying Baker's dominance.
There's Kramer back on first down. Baker put it on Frazier, and he got it. Manning on 2nd and 11, running for his life. Broken up, that will be ruled a fumble.
And Bartkowski with a lot of yardage to get, and instead he's belted by Al Baker, another youngster who's going to have a tremendous career in Detroit.
The 1978 Defensive Rookie of the Year was also a first-team All-Pro that season. Baker actually made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 3 seasons in Detroit.
Montana, and he is dropped by Al Bubba Baker.
Bubba Baker, you just can't keep Baker out of there.
He recorded 131 career sacks, unofficially the most in that category over the course of his career, dating from 1978 to 1990. After 5 seasons with the Lions, Baker enjoyed productive stints with the Cardinals, Browns, and Vikings.